Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 32 of my game plan No Man's Land. Right now, we are in a little bit of financial trouble. We're a little low on cash. We're going to sell some wood planks off. So a couple things in terms of what I got done here. I fertilized these as good as I'm going to get. I'm not going to worry about fertilizing these the rest of the week. So there's a little strip there and some bunches there. So just waste more fertilizer, then it'll be helpful, I think. So we're just going to, once we harvest, it'll be reset basically with none. So we'll be able to just go from there. Over here, I did a lot of work on the grapes, which we'll talk about when we get over there. I also have I didn't want to hop out of there. A new tractor, which we'll talk about in a second. Kind of have a new tractor. It's not ours, really, kind of, if that all makes sense, but it will in a second, even though it doesn't. But I did call up Kadrian Williams, who owns Williams Furniture in town, furniture manufacturer, and he said, just based on, if we look at the prices in here for planks, he said, yeah, they normally go up to about 1,400 or so over. And he said, as long as I promise to only sell my planks to him, that he will always pay us $1,400 per 1,000 liters of planks. So that's a good deal for us. It helps him out. He said he's desperate for wood right now for his furniture company. So since we're producing wood planks here, it's all going to work out good for everyone. But right here on the right-hand side, yes, we have a Landini brand spanking new. You might say, why did we waste the money on that? Well, in order to take care of our grapes, we kind of didn't have a choice. The grapes, the grass grew up one notch, and I tried to mulch it. Well, for starters, this guy didn't have enough horsepower to run the mulcher, just period. This guy could run it just fine, but the mulcher, the tractor is like about as, the tractor is this wide, and the mulcher is about as wide as this weight on the back, so I really couldn't mulch everything I needed to, which I don't know how much it actually matters, to be honest with you guys, but it just seems like we should probably do it right. And plus, plus we need to run this guy as well. So we actually bought both of these pieces of equipment because I looked up how to do grapes again, so I keep forgetting. But the way we're going to do it, they're technically leased pieces of equipment, but I have the lease to own mod in here so we can purchase them. So we do have to make payments on them every day, so they're going to be expensive. But right now I don't know if we have enough, maybe enough for 1 day's worth of payment, so we definitely need to sell some stuff off. We kind of just had to do it, unfortunately, but I also put down more manure on those guys. Those guys are double fertilized, they're plowed, everything like that. They got mulched and all sorts of good stuff. So let's get this trailer right about there. And then let's hop out of here. There we go, open production. Wood planks right here that spawn items. We'll do 3 just because we have 3 kind of complete pallets, and then we'll leave that 4th one there. And these are interestingly large pallets. I thought they were only 1,000 liters per pallet, but I could be wrong about that. But, oh gosh, is this one whole pallet right here? Oh goodness, do they still have that in there? Oh yeah, so we can only do 1 pallet at a time, really. And those are big pallets, so yeah, I'm glad I brought this guy over here. I can't lift those, can I? I actually might be able to with, no, with Yasas, they don't even work. They're 2.5 tons. Of, is that pallet? Oh, it's a pallet of planks. Okay, yeah, okay. Interesting, is that not, because the base game planks are different than that, right? I'm just gonna spawn in, oh gosh, planks. There's so much stuff in here. Oh, and oh, there are planks. Wow, okay, so that maybe just changes it? Is there a second planks in here? No, okay. Well, because they're definitely not that... They're not that big normally, right? I'm not crazy about that, right? Let's go ahead and we'll delete it. We'll just delete this guy. There we go. Like nothing ever happened. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think they were that big. That's just a massive... massive pallet right there. And also, quite honestly, guys, one of our next things we need to do, I think we need... Oh, gosh, those are so stinking heavy. Okay, well, we're going to drop that off there. Wow, we are in trouble already. This is not going well to plan. 2.5, excuse me. Gosh, 2.5 tons is quite heavy, to be fair. Let's grab this weight off the back of this guy. This might not be enough as it is, but... Nope, not that. Sorry. There we go. But that'll be better than what we have now, surely, in terms of weight. Holy smokes, that is way heavier than I thought it'd be. We don't probably need the map on. Way heavier than anticipated. Okay, let's try that. There's no way it's not going to struggle still. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, wow, those are heavy. Holy smokes. Oh, wow. Okay, I bet you this weight if we configured it. Which actually, there might be a little... We might have like a little cheap workshop trigger that we can put over here. Because we probably should have one over here. That's how much? $1,000? I'm going to spend 1,000. This toolbox? Yeah, this little toolbox. It's 150. There we go. I was about to say, it should be fine. We can put it... Oh gosh, I don't know where to put it. I mean, to be fair, it's not the end of the world if this doesn't work out where it's at. So I think I can probably put it over here. Yeah, 250 for that. Okay. Let's go ahead and dump their planks off. Let's configure this weight to have some more weight in it. Okay. Go to here. Customize. 2,100 kilogram. Well, worth the... Yeah, that's... $2,100 kilograms. What is that? Is that 2.1 tons? It's got to be enough to offset this. I mean, it's still going to feel heavy on there, but it should be. I don't know why I'm so zoomed out either. I apologize. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I mean, that's still... You can feel it's heavy, but at least we can lift it. I mean, good heavens. I feel like these pallets are a little, maybe weighted a little too heavily. I'm glad I brought this big trailer over here. I was thinking I was going to get little pallets out of here. I thought I was going to get 9 little pallets, but this is interesting. This is not what I was expecting. We'll put that center of the trailer if we can. Thing's heavy. Yeah. Wow. All right. And then spawn another one out. I guess I can just hit enter, really. Spawn items. Only let me do 1 pallet at a time, which I don't know why it even lets me offer to do more. That's okay. And I mean, if you look in there, we have so much wood left to go. I mean, it's going to make more of planks than the wood that's, yeah, so we're doing really good on that, to be honest. We're going to be doing just fine off of our planks. Alright, let's get this guy down there. I don't know what my thumbnail is going to be, so I'll probably take a screenshot of this after I have this loaded up with some stuff. And we'll put the third one in the middle there. We go ahead and we spawn items, 1 pallet. Beautiful. There we go. Yep, that's... Can't handle that. That's crazy. That is crazy how much... I mean, I know that would weigh a lot, but I don't feel like this tractor would, in real life, struggle that much. Maybe I'm crazy. There we go. Holy cow. Okay. Let's jump this weight off back here. We don't need the weight now because we're just going to go dump these off. So 7,500 liters at $1,400. That should give us a good chunk of change that we are desperately in need of. And then this could be a good thumbnail shot right here. Let me grab that real quick. And look at that. Just a quality shot. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if this will be the thumbnail or not. You guys know before I know doing this, technically speaking. Though I will know eventually before you'll know. But at the same time, yeah, you get what I'm saying. I think. Maybe not. When I'm recording this, I don't know what it's going to be. But anyhow. There we go. Okay, save that. Let's close that out. Okay. Now back to here. Let us go ahead and turn flight mode off. And let's head this over to Williams Furniture, which thankfully isn't too bad of a drive just over this way. But yeah, we'll be doing okay. Doing okay off of this. This is definitely money we need. But yeah, the lease to own. It's a great idea. I think it was Farmer T79 that left a comment about it. And I literally, like, right before I saw that comment that he left about it, I had added it into the game in between episodes. And I was like, yeah, that's a great mod we should use. Because especially for this game, or for this series. And you do pay more. So it's like basically having payments on a vehicle. So it's really nice mod, really nice feature. I think that's going to be very helpful to us because it allows us to buy bigger equipment sooner and then start paying it back. And you only pay a few percent interest, I believe, on it, based on what I read on the mod, like maybe 2 to 3% or something along those lines. So, which is, to be fair, like 2 or 3% of the vehicle price, which is a few $1,000s more depending on how expensive whatever it is. But at the same time, it's just nice to have that as an option, I think, and very realistic, to be fair. I think we could strike those sort of deals with equipment manufacturers in the real world if we wanted to. But yeah, okay. Now this might actually, no, 1204 in the bank. This might actually pay me for the things, and if that's the case, then, oop, whoops, I hit that right there. Oh geez, I hit it again. I am so sorry, Kadrian Williams. I am just smacking into your stuff. Okay, it's not good. It's not charging us for, or not paying us for it. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna pay ourselves for the 7,500. So if we do, let me get my handy dandy calculator out. 10,500, which is money we need. That is for sure. Okay, good. We made some cash off of our wood, and then William's gonna make even more off of that furniture, I'm sure. So yeah, what is the recipe for furniture? I am just kind of curious now. How is he doing? So he bought that for that price, and then he sells furniture for how much? Okay, 2,200, so not that much more. How much is our furniture recipe? We can make furniture really cheap as well, but regardless, we're just gonna make planks. Because I mean, there's no way we'd actually be able to make furniture. I mean, we could in that little workshop there, I guess, but I think planks for us is just more realistic. So anyhow, if we we switch over to businesses. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we take a look at their productions. So they got a lot of them in here. Yeah, all sorts of stuff going on. Furniture from planks. 5 planks gets a 7 for. Okay, so he's probably doing all fine. He's doing fine with that. And actually, we probably should go ahead and activate this in here, so he actually starts using some of the planks. So we go ahead and activate that. This guy, we actually can activate this as soon as it gets the stuff going. It will actually start making stuff. We might have to talk to Rusty about getting maybe some ingredients over to him for some donuts. I think he might talk to us about some of that at some point. Morgan's Bakery, got all sorts of different stuff we can do. And that's the large sawmill, which is across the street there, which we're not concerned with because that's just, we're not. So there we go. Hop in that guy, get back on our farm. There we go. So yeah, we got that sold off. We'll end up selling some more off. In the meantime, we're just waiting for harvest to be ready. Honestly, everything is squared away, good to go. I'll keep an eye out for weeds if they pop up and deal with them if they need to be dealt with. But in the meantime, we are just waiting for harvest to come. So yeah, on that note, I'll see you guys later on at some point when either something happens or we got something to show you, or maybe even harvest. I might not even bring you back until harvest. So see you guys then. All right, welcome back in, everyone. So harvest is underway. A few things I want to mention. Well, first off, you can see we're baling the straw from our oats. We've harvested, I'll let that save there. Harvested this field almost completely. In this field, we have this field of oats, and then sunflowers aren't ready yet, and our grass will be ready here in a couple days. We already baled 1 load of silage bales out here, as you can see. So those are all baled up, good to go, which is great. He's working. We got our worker. Gosh, is it over-engineered tractor that's our worker? Who's our worker? I think that's who it is. But a couple of things. So one, we have a new fuel tank over here. We didn't pay for it. Again, it's Russ Petro paid for it. He put this out here for us. It has a little bit of fuel in it because I bought 2,000 liters. But the reason being, we have a little bit bigger one. So Russ Petro put in, if we go over, let's just go around here. Put in, if we go to containers, he put this guy in right here. We used to have this one, and we used to have it sitting, if you remember, over next to the water, but we started to kind of contaminate this area, so we moved it inland quite a bit. So we shouldn't have the same issues over there, and I think that'll be a good spot for it. But yeah, so silage bales, we actually got a boatload. Like, I'm serious, we got an absolute ton of bales off this field. Tons. You can see how many bales are down there. That is a lot of bales. And I mean, our farm is looking really good from up here. And I've been doing all the straw baling as well, and we'll do it on this field as well. Honestly, our farm looks amazing. Really, really, really good. It's coming along really good. I'm really happy about it. Now, you may also notice our, yeah, there we go. Just fall to earth there real quick. You may notice our money has gone up a bit. There's a couple reasons for that. Well, one, we've been selling our pallets as we get them, our pallets of wood. So we sold so far 12 pallets, so 12 pallets of 2,500 liters each. Because if you look in here in our production, there's actually probably some in there right now. Yeah, there's a little bit. So we just sold some more, I think. I actually ended up having to just drop them off at the furniture place because they're a little overloaded. But yeah, so we've been selling those as I get them because we have that agreement to get those sold off. So I figured I'd just keep selling them. I can only haul like 4 over there at a time. I did 8 actually in one load, and that was way too many. That trailer, I can only go 6 miles an hour with the Massey. It was way too much weight. But anyhow, so that's doing good. We'll just sell the wood chips off once we get a really big load of them. We're not making very many of them anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, so that's all going really good. Yeah, and I paid back, again, remember we loaned $5,000 from banks for just to be able to get a couple things done in terms of leasing. So I paid that back. Yeah, I think we'll run over to our other farm real quick here. I know we're sprinting really fast, as cruising. I don't think there's anything over here to mention. Obviously, the grapes are all taken care of, as mentioned before. There's nothing real new over here to mention. We're still paying these guys off if we go into our menu here. If we go, not there, sorry, into, oh, not there either, this menu. Go to our lease area. So yeah, I guess I can hit purchase if I wanted to buy it straight out, but that purchase price will slowly go down over time as we own it for more time. So that's us, our leasing cost, kind of going towards that. So at any point we could buy it outright. So like I could actually buy that right now if I wanted to. And if we go back to here to this guy, we could buy this if we wanted to stop paying the leasing on it. It really won't affect the price that much if we buy it now versus later, so I'm not too worried about it. I am going to set a rule in terms of leased items. I'm going to say that we can, well, not leased items that we can be out here with the intention of buying long term. We can only have 3 in there at a time that we're going to have the intention of buying long term, which I think is fair because we don't want just a bunch of loans out and about and stuff like that. Now, one thing we do, I think especially after this harvest, how this is going. Our next upgrade needs to be a harvester of some kind, and I don't know what that's going to look like if we see one on sale. We can't lease one, obviously it's on sale, so we can either buy one on sale, but we could do the lease to own for something in here if there was a harvester we wanted to buy in here. So there is that possibility. I mean, something bigger like that. I actually don't really want to use the twin screw, but something bigger like this S670 would be really good for us. I mean, that would be, I mean, it's already, I hate that when you come in here, there's more. I mean, the engine that's going to bump it up. We probably don't need the bigger engine right now. And again, we'd also have to buy the header, which would be another leased item. So we'd have to buy one of those other leased items. We want to do the lease to own on the John Deere here. But I don't know. There's a lot of modded harvesters in here that I haven't tried out. To be fair, a lot of these are kind of expensive. This Axial Flow, actually, this one might be a really strong case for us going towards this guy right here. Yeah, this could be, we could do wide duals. We don't probably have to do duals on it to start. That's not anything extra, so sure, why not? Probably want side protectors. Bigger engine, biggest engine compared to, what was it, 285? Yeah, might as well. That's only extra $1,500. We could do the longer pipe, which I usually like to do. We want GPS in it, which I know it's 15 grand, but I think that would be worth it. And we don't need a plate. I labeled a couple of different businesses, so that'll make more sense later on. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's just do no plate. Okay. But yeah, we could do something like that. Ben, we want the extension for sure. Is that the biggest one? XL extension, 2 grand. So yeah, look at this. $89,590 for a harvester that holds 12,000 liters of grain, 305 horsepower, bigger harvester, a good upgrade for us. And I honestly think we'll hold on to the John Deere because a lot of our equipment, I don't think I want to. This guy actually really needs to be replaced. I've noticed that over 100 hours, it pretty much starts becoming useless. You're just using so much energy in repairing it all the time that it's just not really that helpful to have. So obviously these guys are doing fine hour-wise. This guy has 29 hours on it, so it might push him to like maybe 50 hours or even more, or until we really just don't need him anymore. Because we're not getting a lot for selling it, especially since we have a worker working for us now that can do work. Like right now, again, he's working on our field getting our harvest done. Well, he stopped actually right now, but regardless of that, so that's going on. Yeah, so in terms of everything, I'm going to bring you guys back in here a little bit, and I'm going to get some more of this harvest done. And then we're going to end out the episode by talking about some upcoming subscriber contracts and stuff like that. And we might sell the straw today, but we'll kind of see. So yeah, I think we'll talk about some upcoming subscriber contracts that we're going to work on doing, which I think will be good for us. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep rolling along and getting stuff done. And yeah, our farm is really turning out really good. So yeah, I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right, so it hasn't been that long, but I decided, you know what, we're gonna be a while getting all this done, and I want to make sure I can get an episode out to you guys tomorrow since I didn't get a video out today. So we're gonna go ahead and just wrap it up since I have to talk about a few things, and we have some new businesses in town to take a look at. So we're gonna go ahead and do that as well. But as we're driving in, first off, we have plenty of oats to fulfill our contract for Sanguis NOx. He needs 15,000 more liters of oats. Now he's gonna pay us 40% above because we gave him 20% off the last discount oats. So far we have 34,000 liters of oats, and we have a lot of oats left to harvest. So as you can see by our field in here, so we have a lot of oats, which is great. So yeah, that's our only ongoing contract right now. Now we have a couple other contracts that are kind of available. So first off, Bank Sinatra, who's the CEO of Banks and Sprague, the bank in town. He said the trees are good, so he wants to help support some tree growth. He's willing to pay us $5,000 for planting every 10 trees we plant. Now, they can be used for forestry, but if they're used for forestry at some point, we have to replant any kind of tree or another tree in place of everyone may cut down as part of that agreement immediately after. So if we do cut the trees down, we have to replant trees after that. So it's not like we get $5,000 just to have free trees forever, and yes, $5,000 every time we place more trees. It's kind of a agreement we have. So what I did kind of think about doing is potentially we could, I mean, if we found that one's a little bit of a good deal on land, but if we found like one of these peripheral pieces that was a really good, oh, that one's really cheap right now actually, but if we found a really good deal on a peripheral piece of land that we weren't going to do much with anyways, we could kind of build like a conservation park, which I thought would be kind of cool to maybe do. Honestly, this one would be good, or even this one since it's behind our area. But yeah, we need to find a good chunk of land that we could do that on. So that would be kind of an option. But yeah, so that's one thing. And then Stafford contacted us. He's requesting we make him some hay bales and some silage bales because they had a fire, I guess. So that was unfortunate up at Stafford's Rocky Hilltop Farm up at the top of the hill over there. So we're going to have to maybe take a look at doing some silage. He needs some silage and some hay bales. We have silage bales, so we can give him some of those. But I think that would be good if we were able to do that as well. Larry also gave us a call, said he needs some soybeans for some pigs that he has. He's a little short on soybeans this year, or he was a little short on his soybean harvest this year, so he needs some more. And he's hoping we can help make up the deficit next year. So we're going to try to do that for him and get some soybeans planted. And then the final one that we have in here that we're going to take a look at doing is we need to get to Martin Broders. Says he's short on barley, so he needs us to plant some barley. Now barley's an interesting one because it's harvest right now technically for barley, but September's when we're going to have to plant it. So as we're getting ready to harvest our sunflowers, and our grapes will be harvested probably by that point. Yeah, they will be, but yeah, or I guess while we're doing that grape harvest. But yeah, so in here for barley, we're going to try to plant some barley down this year to try to get some barley out on the fields. We can do a big barley harvest, and then next year we'll harvest it here. So basically that'll just be next year's crop, but we're going to plant it right now early on, obviously, because that's just what we have going on. So yeah, that is something we're gonna have to take care of at some point. I think we can help him out by getting 20,000 liters of barley. He said he'd pay us 25% above market value, which is a pretty good deal. So I think we need to go ahead and get that taken care of for him. He said, hey, I've got a contract for you. Due to bad crops and political problems, I'm short on barley, so I haven't got enough to make bread and cake for the town. Can you help me at 20,000 liters? I'll pay 25% above market value. Thank you very much. I like your distilleries on no man's land. Greetings from the Netherlands, and that's Broders M1986. So there we go. So those are kind of the contracts we have going on. Now let's talk about some businesses. Now, I use some of those signs. You can see they're kind of sketchily put up here. Now, we know we have Morgan's Bakery here. This is Spears Coffee Shop. That's all I could fit on the sign there. And then over here we have the Honey Shop. This is it Polar Bear's Honey Pot Honey Shop there. And then we have a taxidermy place here. So let me go over to my, where's my business sheet here? Here we go. Okay, I'll pull my game back up here. So, on here, where are we at here? Let me find out where we're at. Okay. Yeah, what do we got going on? Yeah, Rocker3941. It says, hey, Farmer Cop, my name is Ron, and I'm thinking about moving with my wife and kids out to No Man's Land. I've seen that it looks like a nice little country spot to live in, and I'd like to open a taxidermy shop. So here you go. I know it looks like a market, but just remember it's not. It's a taxidermy shop. I think this is just a good little area for it. And then right next door to that, we have a livestock agent, which this is from, let me scroll up here to the correct one here. This is Mark. I always can't pronounce your name. Pfau. Pfau. I'm sure there's a way I'm saying it wrong, but anyhow. Mark said, "Hi FC, I'd like an office building for being a livestock agent in No Man's Land to check your livestock records and brands and such." So there we go. We have his office right there. And then right next door, this restaurant is also taken up. It says O'Doolan's on it, but this is, if I scroll down to the correct one on here, this is Dustin Doolan said, "I want to open a business. O'Doolan's Irish Pub. I would like to be a potato farmer, or I could be a potato farmer who makes his own whiskey, or just try running a clean, authentic Irish pub that serves good old-fashioned Irish food." So as of right now, here we are. I know it doesn't look much like a Irish place maybe, but I think this is the best fit in terms of buildings I have available. So there we go. Yeah, quite a few new businesses in town here. It's starting to fill up, which is cool. As we see more stuff in there, we'll see some more people start to move in, and I probably need to put some more residential area in. But yeah, our town is starting to grow, which is super cool to see. So yeah, I like that. But in terms of everything, I think that's going to be it in this episode. This is actually a little longer of an episode compared to what I would normally do. But we got a lot of stuff done. Next episode, I will work on finishing out our harvest and probably getting our barley planted, and maybe accomplishing some other contracts and getting some of that sort of stuff done, and getting some more income in. I think that'll be good. And then, yeah, that'll be it. So anyhow, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching.